Geek Out!
Hey, it's been a while since we've done one of these, kind of like our little public service announcements. I think the last one we did was for the semi-automagic Kickstarter for Alex DeCampi, which got, successfully funded.
Thanks to us.
Yeah. Hit some of its stretch goals, too.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
you're welcome, Alex DeCampi.
You talked to her in Seattle, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, cool. Anyway, so so we got another one. This one is for the upcoming Pierce Brosnan film Urge. Out in theaters everywhere tomorrow, Friday, June 3rd. And so one of Chris's friends, Nicole, worked on the film. And so, Chris, you want to say anything about it?
Yeah. I worked with Nicole when I was living in New York. We're both in the film industry, so to speak. When I moved back here, she continued doing stuff up in New York. One of the opportunities that she got to do was work on this movie Urge. We talk about it in the interview, and then because we still got some time, we sit and hang around, talk about some other things that she's doing. She's on Twitch. She's big into conventions and fitness. We talk about all kinds of stuff. But without further ado, here is that interview.
And joining us, we've got Nicole Carson. She worked on the film Urge, which you can see in theaters everywhere on Friday, June 3rd, starring Pierce Brosnan. She's also pretty avid on the old Twitch, which I believe her handle's Timey Wimey Girl?
Timey Wimey Girl _?
Yes, Timey Wimey Girl _.
Underscore is key.
Yeah.
It is.
You'll
find different Timey Wimey girls, but
yeah. They're fakers.
Yeah.
So, Nicole, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, how did you wind up on Urge, working on Urge?
I worked on a Discovery Channel show, one of those like crime remaking drama things. I don't know what you call it.
Reenactments?
Reenactments. I knew it was a re-word. And then the second assistant director I kind of got close with, and she gave me a call a few weeks after we were done, and she asked if I wanted to work on this movie. And my position was a cast driver, so it wasn't even doing anything big, but it was a feature film, really big deal. It paid, and I was like, of course I want to work on a movie.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to be working on the next Marvel movie. This is my dream. I'm living it right now. So yeah, that's basically how I ended up working on it. A person I knew called me up and asked me if I wanted to do it.
Yeah. So you said you were a cast driver. What actually does that entail?
I would drive the cast.
but that includes Mr. Brosnan, I assume.
I did drive Mr. Brosnan. I would wake up really early, go to the hotel or the apartment place that the actors were staying at, wait a half hour for them to come down because they were always late. Not all of them, just some of them. Mm-hmm. And then drive them to the set. And then I'd wait in a car all day and then take them home at night. And then sometimes if we were able to get out of the car and have a secure parking spot when we filmed out on Long Island, I would get to go to the set. So that was cool.
That's basically what I did for that Google job that you hooked me up with here in DC.
Yeah, just driving. That's basically what PAs do for the first year that they are PAs, or 4 years if you're another guy that I know. He's still doing the exact same thing. Yeah.
So how were the cast? Mr. Brosnan, Mr. Thune, other guys that work there.
Mr. Thune. They're all really great. I got along with everybody. Let's see, who was in it? Danny Masterson, know him as, oh my God. Hyde, thank you, from That 70s Show. Bar Pele, she's this beautiful Russian-Ukrainian woman who's tall and blonde and thin, and she was in a Burger King commercial recently.
So you probably got along really well with her with all your Russian stuff, right?
Yeah, I would practice a little Russian with her.
Yeah.
Nick Thune, who is a comedian, who's really a great guy, really awesome, gave me another job last year that Chris worked with me on for 2 days, technically.
Driving again.
Oh, God. After that, I was like, I never want to drive again, ever.
God. Driving for, 14 hours straight to Boston, except for the 2 hours that we pulled off the side of the road to sleep.
Yeah, and then I drove 9 hours from Georgia to Virginia nonstop. I maybe stopped for like 20 minutes to take a power nap before I got to your house.
Yeah, all because I couldn't get down because the snow was too heavy for my airplane.
Also, all of the South shut down because of that stupid snowstorm.
Oh my god.
It wasn't even a snowstorm; it was a dusting. But they don't have the proper tools.
Mhm.
Anyway, who else is in the movie? Justin Chatwin. He
That's
was
right.
Goku in
Goku.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and
The-
Dragon
the-
Ball Evolution.
The best Dragon Ball movie.
Live action, sure. I'll
Yeah,
give it to you.
the best live action Dragon Ball movie that made it to theaters.
Yeah.
So to exclude fan films. Because they're probably better.
Probably. And then Chris Greer, who is in a show called You're the Worst on FXX.
I love that show.
You
That's
do?
right, I saw him in the trailer, yeah.
I haven't seen that show, but
It's had like 2 seasons.
oh, well, my sister likes it. And then I think I'm missing one. Alexis Knapp. Alexis Knapp
Yeah.
was in Pitch Perfect.
Ah.
And you drove all of them?
Yeah, I mostly drove Bar and Alexis, and then occasionally I drove Justin a lot. I didn't drive Danny as much because he was staying in Tribeca, whereas almost everybody else was staying in like by the UN, like 47th Street and like First Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I drove Danny a couple times when it was like he was done for the day and I got to leave early.
How much of it, how much did they film on location in New York? And was it all in like Manhattan?
Yes. Well, we were filming in New York for the most part, and then we were out on Long Island in Port Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Port Jefferson for like a week and a half, filming in that like big mansion that you'll see in the film if you watch the trailer. There's like, yeah, all the scenes, like the party scenes. That big party scene that is like very much featured in the trailer is in Harlem in the city.
Oh, I used to live.
And we filmed a couple scenes in Red Hook. The Pierce Brosnan's like lair in the movie is in Red Hook. It's just like this random.
His actual lair is probably in Red Hook too.
007 there.
So you have a quick cameo in the movie too, right?
I hope so. I haven't seen the final cut yet.
Right. I remember you being like, "Oh, guys, I'm in the movie too." So
Yeah.
I guessed at I guessed you were probably like someone in at the party. So I was like during the trailer, I was trying to like look around and see if I saw your face.
Well, there's two like big parties. There's one in that like giant ballroom where they like first discover Urge,
Mhm.
and then there's one later on after they've done Urge a few times, and they just have this like massive party at the house that they're on the island. And that day that we were filming, they didn't hire enough extras, so they needed more. And so they were like looking at all the production assistants and being like, "Do you want to like do this?" And some of them were like, "No, that's weird." And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to do it. I want to be in a movie." So like I went to the costume, the wardrobe people, and just like, "Hey, I'm gonna be doing this scene. Like, what do I wear?" And they like gave me this like corset and like underwear, and I wore combat boots, and they're like, "You're good to go.
Nice.
Do it." And it was fun, and I was like dancing with the other PAs. And then the like clip that I'm in is this girl is getting her head shaved.
Oh.
And it wasn't supposed to be me originally. They had this other girl doing the shaving of the other girl's head. And she just like didn't understand the direction that the director was giving her, like when to do it. So my boss, who was the second assistant director, like came up to me. She's just like, because as I had a shaved head at the time, like the side of my head was shaved. She was like, "How confident are you with a razor?" And I'm like, "You mean like for your hairs?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm fine with it. Why?" She's like, "Come with me." She drags me upstairs to the bathroom and like sits me down. She's like, "You're going to be doing this. And the director's going to come in. I think his name's Aaron. I don't remember. She's going to come in and like tell you when to do it." And then the other girl that was getting her hair shaved off, was like telling me like when the cues were, and then it just like happened. We did it like 3 times. And Danny Masterson even came up to her, just like, you're deadpan, you're looking straight ahead, and like in front of you is a mirror, and you're just doing the shaving over and over again. Like, don't even look at me when I come through the door. And I was like, okay,
Nice.
so that's exactly what I did.
Hopefully it doesn't get cut.
Hopefully, because it's like a big lead up to when he goes into the bedroom with Ashley Greene, who's another person in the movie from Twilight. She's really nice.
You have people from Twilight, people from Pitch Perfect. Why couldn't they get Anna Kendrick?
I don't know.
Yeah. They got James Bond, too.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Pierce Brosnan was only on set for 3 days.
Yeah. Well, it looks like his character, while like is like kind of like the one who like incites everything, I can't imagine that he has a whole lot to do in the movie itself.
Not really. I mean, he's like the mastermind behind the drug, which is revealed.
Mm-hmm. Like De Niro in Limitless.
Yeah. And then like Justin Chatwin's character, which the trailer was like, I feel like it gave too much away because he's like not affected by it.
Right.
So he just like, I'm not doing it again, so you guys can do whatever you want. And then everybody goes crazy, so he has to hunt down Pierce Brosnan and be like, what the hell are you doing? And then there's all this other stuff that happens.
I feel like I mean, you know, not to sound like I'm downplaying it, because I don't. I want to see it, but it doesn't look like a movie that's a whole, you know, that's like big on like, oh, the twists of where the story goes. Like, it looks like it's just like kind of like a exciting to watch, like flow with it kind of movie. So I think that it looks like they were in that kind of mindset when they were cutting the trailer too.
Yeah, I think there's like at the end it'll be like and then the rest of it will just be like, oh, okay.
Much like when you're on Urge, it just ends with a
It just ends in your death.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Spoilers.
Sorry, nobody dies.
Yeah.
Happy and rainbows.
Especially not Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
I have no idea if he dies. Who knows? He might. He's the bad guy, I guess. So have you been able to keep in touch with anyone? I mean, I know you got the job later with Nick Thune because I helped you with it. But like anyone else that you've been pen pals with?
Bar, I was like kind of like texting back and forth with her a few times. Like when I dyed my hair blonde, she like texted me. She was like, "Oh my God, I love your blonde hair." I was like, "Oh, thank you. You still remember me. That's so flattering."
Nice.
And that's about it. Like I have everybody's phone numbers, but like Nick and Bar are like the only two that I kind of stayed in touch with. And I saw Nick a few months ago. He was doing a show in Brooklyn and got us free tickets to see it.
Every time I see him in one of those car commercials or whatever, I like to send you a text. It's like, oh, Nick's selling out again.
Yeah. Sell out.
He was cool though. I liked meeting him, talking with him. He was fun.
You like meet him?
Yes. I would love to work for him again too, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
If you
like went on tour in England and like Instagrammed it or something. I was like, hey, you need a tour manager? I'll totally come to you.
I'll come and drive for him. I know how to drive left-handed, so you know.
With your left hand?
Well, in England where they're on the wrong side of the car, I can drive those cars.
There.
I could have been his driver.
Okay.
Granted, they probably would have had a local guy, but whatever. So switching gears a little bit, I know you have, like we mentioned earlier, you have a Twitch channel. How'd you get into that? I know you're a big gamer. Do you also like people watching you game?
It sounds so creepy when you say it like that.
Years of practice.
I don't want to.
I'm a pretty creepy guy. I don't know if you've ever noticed.
Yeah, I know you're creepy. You filmed me for years or months or whatever in Midtown Comics.
All legitimate things I filmed her doing.
Still on YouTube, guys. It's fine.
It's fine.
Um,
Parent protection.
yeah. Anyway, the getting into Twitch.
Yeah.
Ilya actually, my fiance, introduced me to it.
Right, you guys are fianced now. Congratulations.
And you know, I have to say, Ilya was the first interview we ever had on this show, and here we are, almost 2 years in, and we have like an interview like every fucking week now.
Yeah.
2 years? Holy
Yeah.
He led the charge.
Yeah, he was like episode what, like 14,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thank Ilya for that, for opening the door. Is he there?
It was closed.
Oh.
So.
But yeah, so Ilya got you into Twitch.
yeah, he told me about it, and he's just like, it would be cool if you could just like, stream your gaming, and you're very expressive when you game
It's
because
true.
I yell a lot and I get very frustrated if things don't go right.
Mm-hmm.
So I like tried it out and it was really fun, and I ended up getting like a few followers the first time. And like once you get like your first like 100 people following you, it's kind of addicting
Mm-hmm.
because people come back, the ones that follow you. Some, not everybody. Like I don't always have 100 people. I used to have like 10 maybe. A stream.
I think I remember being watching your show the first time you had like more than 100 people in there in the room watching
Right.
along.
Yeah,
That was wild.
it was crazy. I remember one time I was doing like a 24-hour Grand Theft Auto stream for charity. Like once I reached 1,000, I think it was when I reached 1,000 followers, and at like 2 a.m. my room just got swarmed with people, and like it was crazy. And I didn't think I was going to reach my goal of it was like $125. It wasn't a lot, and I had like 25. And one guy came in, donated $100. He's like, "I love what you're doing. Keep it up, and you're doing this for a good cause. Like it's great, and I'm supporting you. Here's your goal money." And I was like, I cried. I was like, I'm so happy right now, and I was
I was there for that
deliriously
too.
happy.
They were real tears, guys.
No tears.
Yeah. Let's see. So we talked about your account name, timey-wimey-girl _.
Yes.
Do you have like a set schedule and a set of games that you play?
Right now, not really a set schedule. It's been like just the weekends
Mm-hmm.
as I work. I'm trying to get more into doing like after work, but it really just like depends on how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mostly stream like mid to late afternoon on weekends. Right now, I'm playing a lot of. I started Team Fortress 2 yesterday. Started playing it. It's really fun. I really like it.
A little late to the game there, Nicole.
I know. I'm such a bad gamer.
Have you tried out Overwatch yet?
No, I was in Texas at a Counter-Strike event when the beta came out, so I couldn't play it. But, I got to be at a Counter-Strike event, and I won this awesome mechanical keyboard.
For those of you listening at home, she just showed us this badass keyboard that
It looks nice.
It's a hand-painted Starscream, right?
It's hand-painted.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's like, it literally matches my stream.
Nice. Oh yeah, that is exactly like the background for your stream. Was that by design or just happenstance?
It just happened to be one of the ones I could choose from, and I was like, I want that one.
Yeah, there you go.
Give it to me. I have to figure out how to screw it on because the holes are too small for the screws. So I gotta fix that. But yeah, I haven't tried Overwatch yet, but I have pre-ordered it, and I'm really excited to play it when it comes out.
Stephanie's been playing. Our friend Stephanie, who also Twitches, she's been playing it, right? Or
she played the beta, yeah.
Yeah.
The beta's not available anymore, so can't.
Well, then moving on.
Back to me, guys.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Any other games? Like I know you do a lot of Tomb Raider, right?
I finished Tomb Raider.
You finished it. Okay.
Finished
Never
it.
mind.
I want to get the second one because
Yeah.
I ended up enjoying the first one.
And
Counter-Strike as well. Ilya has a coworker who like is really good at Counter-Strike and almost went pro, but didn't. So she's gonna like coach me, and hopefully I'll get better. And let's see, I like story games mostly, like first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress 2. Like they're fun to play, especially when you have like a group of people. Or I just discovered there's a hide and seek type of game with Team Fortress 2, which is really fun, and now I'm gonna play it all the time.
Nice.
But like I find I enjoy overall like story games like Tomb Raider, Last of Us, Assassin's Creed, those kind of games.
Have you watched the new trailer for the Assassin's Creed movie?
Yes. One, they got the song so wrong in like the original cut of it. Such a bad choice. Why? It's dumb. And then someone like redubbed the music with Assassin's Creed music, but they chose the worst song to choose from. So I'm like, I'm not experiencing the feels that I should be getting right now with this music choice, but I understand what you're trying to do.
Also, they're doing the Inquisition. They're not doing Renaissance Italy or the Crusades Middle East.
Ugh, Italy would have been so good. That was my favorite part, is just going up to the top of the Duomo and then just falling off. That's my favorite.
What do you think of Fassbender?
I think he's a good choice.
Yeah.
I'm really interested with how they did the Animus, though.
It looks like a claw game.
Yeah, like you're attached to a claw game, but at the same time, I get it because it's more interesting to come back to reality and see him actually doing those moves in real life, and like doing the leap of faith and like stabbing people and jumping up and down, and it makes sense.
And he's got super jacked shoulders too.
Yes, he does.
I don't know enough about the game to comment on this. But Nicole did an awesome cosplay of one of the characters from Assassin's Creed last year, a couple years ago at New York Comic Con.
4 years in a row. I did Ezio, and then I tried to who was it? Was it Edward?
Yeah, I think it was Edward.
Yeah, it was Edward the second time. I just added blue to my outfit.
Yeah, but we got some kick-ass pictures from that, and people really, really dug them. Speaking of cosplay, nice segue. You like to cosplay and go to conventions. Do you want to what conventions are big for you?
Mostly New York Comic Con special edition's not happening anymore.
R.I.P.
I've only been to New York Comic Con and special edition. I've been wanting to we out. Stephanie, a girl with a plan, our other gamer friend. We were gonna go to the Philly Con.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't sure what we were gonna do. I think we were gonna do Lara Croft, but the two different versions from the old game and the new game.
One of you is gonna be super squared, flat edges and stuff.
She would be the pixelated Lara Croft, and I was gonna be the newer Lara Croft.
Nice.
But yeah, so I've been looking for more smaller cons to go to in the area.
You should come down here to the DC for Awesome Con in June.
Okay. Be able to do that? I don't know. When is it?
June, the first weekend of June.
Same weekend Urge comes out.
I'm going to be watching Urge all weekend.
You can come here. We'll watch it at my theater.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get it.
No, I have a thing to do on the 4th.
Okay.
But yeah.
The 4th be with you.
Wrong month. Come on.
December the 4th be with you?
There you go. Perfect.
Other than the Assassin's Creeds, what have you cosplayed in the past, and what are your plans for the future? Because I know kids like the cosplay.
Yes, they do. They're crazy about it. Last year, Stephanie and I did hipster Poison Ivy and hipster Harley Quinn. I was Poison Ivy, and that was a really popular one. People stopped us a lot and kept saying how much they loved it, and we just thought it was a fun spin on it because everybody does the normal Harley Quinn or I don't even know what you would classify as normal Poison Ivy, and I didn't see that many Poison Ivies except for people covered in leaves. So I guess that's normal.
I feel like that's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, I
bare minimum.
Yeah. For hipster, I had high-waisted shorts, a green shirt, a green flannel button-up, and then thigh-high green stockings, combat boots, a really long red wig, a beanie, and green glasses. And then I had leaves in random places. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun though. It was one of the more comfortable cosplays I think I've worn. I've mostly done the Assassin's Creed one because I love it so much, and it's really awesome looking. But my friend made the corset for me, and it's beautiful, and I love it. But it is so uncomfortable after 5 hours walking around Comic-Con, being stopped every 5 seconds, having your picture taken. There was one year I got so cranky, and I was just not into people stopping me anymore because I was in pain and I was tired, and all I wanted to do was bend down, and I couldn't.
I think that was that year. That was right around the time that I ran into you because you were really cranky.
Yes, it was. You took a picture, and I was just I'm not feeling this, but you can take my picture.
Yeah, he just stuck your hand up like a little fist.
I did. I was eh.
Yeah.
Then I got home and I took it off. I bent down, my entire back just cracked. It was great. I felt so much better after that. But I don't think I've done that many other cosplays. Oh, no, I did Quiet.
That was a cool one.
It was cool, and
until you got stopped by the cops because you had your guns out.
I forgot to put the prop gun away, and I got stopped by cops in the Starbucks because people kept pointing me out
Yeah.
to them. And I was so upset. I was so
I remember
embarrassed.
that.
And I'm like, I'm never doing this cosplay again. It's ruined. That entire thing.
Yeah. And then, like, kind of wrapping it up, let's just talk. I know you're super into, like, fitness and working out.
Super
Tough
into
Mudders.
Yeah. That's what I work for now.
Yeah.
What about it?
You go to the gym a lot, right? It's fun.
Yes, I go to the gym every day, up at 5 a.m.
What's your favorite training montage?
Oh, man.
You've got like 6 Rockies and 3 Karate Kids to choose from.
All things I've never seen. I think I've seen the first Rocky. I've never seen any of the Karate Kids.
They're the best around.
Nothing's ever going to get them down.
Actually, you can skip Karate Kid Part 3, but like the first 2.
Okay.
And the remake, you can skip that too.
Yeah. And honestly, I like the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Yeah. So, what are you working toward with your working out? I know at one point you wanted to like
be Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, be Ronda Rousey, beat her up.
Well, I mean, I do love kickboxing. But the gym I was at, it wasn't really like you were learning how to fight. It was just like a class, and like they would tell you to hit the bag, and then you do some sit-ups and burpees and other things and squats. Mm-hmm. And it was exhausting. It was a great workout, but it wasn't really what I wanted. So I quit that gym, and now I'm at a normal gym with weights and treadmills and other things. So I've been lifting weights since January.
Picking things up and putting them down.
Picking them up, putting them down, how I'd be.
Yeah.
But right now I'm kind of on like a cardio kick, so I've just been doing like running. Tomorrow, Ilya and I are doing a flywheel course or class, one of those boutique cycling classes.
Oh.
Yeah. So he went to one on Friday with his work, and so he was like, let's do one together. I was like, okay.
Cute.
So we're doing tomorrow.
You guys gonna hold hands while you're doing it?
Yep. We're on the same bike.
Oh, tandem.
I didn't even know they made those anymore. Isn't there one of those in like the beginning of Three's Company? Like, aren't they all riding one of those?
Yes.
Come on, knock on our door.
I feel like that's the next big big wave of cycling, spinning class, tandem spin class.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be called tandem.
Oh.
Nicole, something we ask everybody on the show: what are you currently geeking out over?
What am I geeking out over?
Just movies, music, video games. Like what in particular?
I guess you were Doom.
I guess you kind of knocked out a lot of the video game stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always geeking out over CS:GO. I'm really into it now, and especially going to a what is it called? Oh my God, an event, like a competition
with a Cal-I guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was a minor. What are you pointing at?
Sorry, Josh was off mic trying to say what the event was that you were going to, and I couldn't read his lips, so I was telling him that he has a microphone that he can use. He's refusing.
But no, like going to DreamHack was like an amazing experience because I got to. There's one thing like watching it on a stream or on your TV, but going to it and like being with the crowd, it's exhausting. Like most of the matches are best out of 3, and then we watch one map. We're like, okay, let's watch the next one. And then the second map went on, I was like, I don't think I can stay for the last map. I'm tired. I want to go. But I'm like trying to think of like what I'm actually geeking out over right now.
Any good comics you're reading? You still read comics? I don't even know.
Well, I've gotten some like older Marvel issues that I've read, and I like miss reading comics. I just saw a Captain America Civil War. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
We all thought so.
Who do you think steals the show? Because I always feel like everybody has kind of a different. Like there's no clear favorite. Who's your favorite from that cast?
I think Spider-Man, Ant-Man, and T'Challa all kind of stole the show in their own way. Yeah. And I thought that made the movie even better. I didn't see the Ant-Man movie. I saw like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, I don't feel like watching it. but I mean, I would like
better than Age of Ultron.
really.
Yeah. Well, we famously didn't really care for Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Famously.
Yeah.
All
They
over-
whisper in the back rooms
yeah.
like, "Those Geek Out boys didn't like Age of Ultron.
We gotta do better. And then we got Cap 2. Or we got Cap 3. You know, you're welcome, everyone.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I just thought the little one-liners that Ant-Man and Spider-Man had were great. It was a good introduction to the new Spider-Man and his hot Aunt May.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah. And then bringing Chitala in, which is awesome, and the ending or the after credit scene with Wakanda was like, oh my god, I'm so excited for Black Panther. I don't think there's anything I'm super geeking out over right now, which is sad. I like geeking out over things. I am geeking out over getting married. It's stressful though, so maybe a little less geek out and a little more like I'm excited, but yeah.
I feel like it's like this is somebody that's obviously like never been married, but I feel like weddings are like proms times 10 that you also have to plan for entirely yourself.
Yeah, that's what it's starting to feel like. I've gotten a few things like down or almost down, so it's getting there. I have over a year.
Do
so.
Ilya's folks still live in the old country?
No, they came over here when he was 8.
So okay, yeah, at least you don't have to worry about the whole transportation thing.
That's true, because I asked him, just like, do you want to like invite your dad's family that's still in Russia? And he's like, I don't know, we might send them a card just like as a courtesy. And I was like, okay.
The date.
So see.
I'm still expecting to be your ring boy. So
Bearer.
yeah, the ring bear.
Can we put you in a bear costume and then you can be a ring bear?
If that's what it took to be your ring bearer, yes, I'll get a bear costume.
Nice.
As long as he gets to choose what kind of bear, black, brown, Kodiak, or
whatever bear you want to be.
Yes.
Sweet. Well, Nicole, do you have anything you want to plug? Any while we got you here?
Follow me on Twitch, TimeyWimeyGirl_. That's all I got.
And we'll post a link to that Twitch.
Awesome. I hope you get many followers because of that.
Yeah, all 7 people that listen to this.
7.
Well, us 4. Nicole will probably listen to this episode.
Well, Josh
5.
doesn't even listen to us anymore.
To be fair, I've never actually listened to an episode of ours.
It's like we got him on the show, and he's like, "Cool, I'm never gonna listen to you guys again." It's
Yeah.
like, "Thanks, bud."
Our numbers went down.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a quick, fun little chat.
Yeah, it's always nice to talk to Nicole.
Yeah. Are you going to go up to New York at all over the summer?
I'm thinking about it. I have no set plans, but, there's always a chance.
Yeah. And of course, we'll be back up, I suppose, in October for New York Comic Con.
I sent in my true fan verification.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, okay. You roll your eyes at that, Josh. They're trying to make
he
sure
rolls
that,
his eyes at a lot. Let's be
that's
honest.
true. That's true. They're trying to make sure that scalpers aren't stealing all the good tickets.
Yes, that's what they're trying to do.
What are they trying to do, Josh?
Add another step of bullshit verification, another layer of extra shit hoop you have to jump through just to get into a con.
Yeah, well,
New York was supposed to be the chosen one,
Yeah.
supposedly, as opposed to San Diego. Fuck all chance of getting into it. Con.
I mean, it happens when conventions get really popular.
Yeah, it happens to be the biggest city on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I know it threatens your love of San Diego, but fuck it. Anyway, but
That's why I go to AwesomeCon.
Yeah. But hey, Urge is going to be in theaters on Friday, June 3rd. If you haven't seen the trailer, so you don't know why, I just...
Wait, on the count of 3, let's all do it at the same time. Ready? That's you, who's you, Josh. 1, 2, 3.
Urge! Josh did it!
Oh, yeah!
Woo! Yes.
yeah, that wasn't a song lyric.
But, yeah. So check it out. And, thanks again, Nicole, for coming on the show.
Yeah, check out her Twitch stream. As we said in the interview, it is TimeyWimeyGirl_. And I'm sure we'll have a link for it in the description of this post.
Adios.
Bye.
This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a new commentary every Monday. We've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday. And you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.